Welcome to this EC2 TV special featuring an evening with Dr. Lennox earlier this year. Dr. Bernard is a well-respected guest for the EC2. He spoke to a full hall of parents and teachers about the importance of parental involvement in education. To start off the evening, Megadi from St. Eustatius premiered the song he composed for the youth of Seba.
First of all, I want to open up this session with a song that is entitled School is a Perfect Place that I have written. It's a reggae song, so we're going to start to open up, get the vibe, the spirit alive, and understand the importance of education. Okay? The youth are the future, yo. Say my youth are the future. I would like to pick up the school behind up there, the students that take part with us this morning. Alright. And you know they are the future. Yo. Let me see all the hands of those who believe that education is the key to success. If you believe education is the key to success, put your hands up and wave from left to right. Don't give up in your hopes and dreams, never. I would like to say a shout out to Paul, yes, Rem, and the whole crew. Yo, let's sing. School is a perfect place, hey, where we can learn to read and write. Oh, na. Let's sing again, yo. There you can get an education in this world of life. This is what happens sometimes. You know what happens sometimes? This is what happens. Enough of them give up, demotivated by another. Enough of them rather live them lives in the gutter. Mama send them school to be a chill on the corner. How can we make this thing better? Hey, education is the key to success. System give up, them can't deal with the stress. Youth them astray cause their life is a mess. Mind them afraid because them focus is less. Missing education is the key to success. System give up, them can't deal with the stress. Youth them astray because their life is a mess. Mind them afraid because them focus is less. Missing, hey, school is a perfect place where we can learn to read and write. Oh, na. Missing again, yo. There you can get education in this world of life. This is what my mother always told me. This is what she told me. The things of this world can make you a man, but a good education will. Just believe in our hopes and dreams, and it will succeed. In your works it will fulfill. A good education is better than gold, because vanity will vanish away. Even in the toughest times, things look mad. I know there's a brighter day. Education is the key to success. System give up, them can't deal with the stress. Youth them astray because their life is a mess. Mind them afraid because them put your hands in the believe it again. Yo, school is a perfect place, hey, where we can learn to read and write. Oh, na. Listen again, yo. There you can get an education in this world of life. Now, everybody repeat after me. Everybody? Yo. So me sing, yo. Oh, na. Listen, yo, there you can get an education in this world of life. Yo, I'm gonna sing to the youths in the back there. Yo, the youths are the future. The youths are the future. Say my youths are the future. The youths are the future. Say my youths are the future. The youths are the future. Somebody say, pull up. Thank you. I hope this is waking up the crowd. And we have Mr. Lennox that will proceed from there.
I am so moved by the fact, and good evening to all of you. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. I'm so moved by the fact that all of you have found time to come to this celebration of youth, celebration of parents, and celebration of teachers. And the intention here in bringing all of us together is to ensure that you see that education is a seamless act. And what these young people will do will in fact encourage you to understand that all they seek really is a space in this world to write their text of life. Sometimes we seem to forget when we get children that our children are not our own. Cahill Gibran says it beautifully. They come through us, but they are God's gift to humanity. And when I look into the eyes of all these bright young faces, I see hope, I see effort, and I see trust. We lose their trust when we stop doing what is right. I'll say it again. We lose their trust when we stop doing what is right. And they too, later on, in that sense of loss of trust, carry on a life which could have been different if we had given them that trust. It has been a pleasure to be here 8 years, with a gap of about 3 the last time around. As one gets older, one realizes that the trip could be the last one. It always happens. So even as I know that there could be life ahead, I celebrate this trip with the hope that whatever comes, we would have made an effort to make things different. I want you to give in order, not of preference, but just in order of what we call protocol. An applause to some of the people who have worked with us this week to make this happen. We must applaud our 2 principals who gave of their time and effort for workshops, and one of them you will see acting in one of our skits. The other one wanted to act, but she was placed in a standby position, and she still wanted to act. So let us applaud our principals. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let us applaud our teachers who were able, with patience and diligence and tolerance, to have me and maybe the rest of the group in their schools seek to forge something, in my case more so with the teachers, and in the case of Megadi and his team, with the children. Can we applaud the teachers? And finally, can we applaud those bright young children? But before you do, you know how I love my stories. And I'll remind you the African story of a child being named. And when that child is named, it used to happen that way. It no longer happens that way. The child is lifted up to the heavens. And the father, in a loud voice, says, "After you, O God, there is none greater." And then he would whisper the name of the child in the child's ear, and then put a little spittle as a mark of its link with nature, and then come down to the people and announce the name. The part of that story I want you to remember is the part that deals with, "After you, O God, there is none greater." When we see young minds, as the young child who would play the role of Rosie, and some of the other young children, we see people who approximate to their God. They are powerful beings. And it would be a sad thing if, in a real sense, we destroy a life by doing things that we should not do, either in the classroom or in our homes. What we ask for is a meeting of minds. Joseph Featherstone puts it nicely. He says, school is theater. Sacred Heart is a theater. Comprehensive school is a theater. And in that theater, the crucible of life is forged